We are live. We are direct with Jeanné Tomasak. She is a reinvention expert, helping guiding women in midlife navigate new terrains to create new identities that create new expansion, new opportunities. Her work includes a blend of awareness, nervous system regulation, creating purpose and clarity and coherence that doesn't require urgency, burnout, or suppression. Welcome to She Leads, She Sells, Jeanné Tomasak.
Yay! Thank you so much, Jay. I'm
Pleasure.
so excited to be here today. I see what you're doing on Facebook and in social media for women as well, and I just thank you too. I'm so excited.
100%. Let me know. Who is the main type of client that you like to serve? Who is it for you that's your ideal person that, hey, look, I love serving this type of person?
So I work with women who are in their midlife and they're navigating either career changes, they're maybe going through a divorce, maybe they're athletes, um, maybe they're empty nesters, or they're kind of navigating retirement.
Okay. Um, How'd you get visible to these people?
How do I get visible? I would say social media would be probably my main source is how I got visible in my local community where I live in New Orleans.
Okay, specifically, how using social media do you connect with people and get visible? Like, is there a particular channel that you use? Like, what sort of methodology? Yeah, if we can dig in.
Yeah. So I have a one-on-one container that we go through. It's 90 days and I get to take them on this journey. And so what I really find that is helping me to kind of connect with my clients is pretty much mindset, leadership, and sales. And so yeah. And so through that, they get to see me and mirror me um, through those lens.
Okay, tell me what leadership looks like for you.
So leadership is is turning into self-led leadership. So it's basically basically seeing how the leadership is making impact and more performing confidence, staying more attuned and grounded and coherent. And so when other people see that, they try to, and they want to see someone, they mirror you through that. And so it's more about being coherent than basically having them mirror pressure.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Let me know in terms of what's your process to get results. Like, do you start with vision? Do you start with the mental blocks? Like, what would be your process to help people to get results?
So my process starts with helping my clients reorganize old patterns. And through that, I get to lead them making decisions more from alignment instead of old habits. And so once we start reorganizing old patterns, then we can find clarity of who they are becoming. And so once we find clarity in who they're becoming, then we get to find alignment. And alignment is when everything starts to be in coherence. And so that feels like those emotions of everything's working easily. I'm finding clarity. It also sounds like, flow. It feels like flow. And so whenever you're out of alignment, those are feelings of overthinking a lot of times. A lot of women overthink about things. Um, that's overthinking, that's pressure. And so we want to get them out of those feelings or those emotions and into more of alignment. And so from the process from A to B, they're overthinking into, hey, I have confidence, I can do this. And they finally find their purpose.
What's your purpose?
My purpose is to, and I think I've had so many of my own transformations. And my purpose would probably be to, or it is, to help other women so that they don't have to go through the same struggles that I went through. And I always like to share this story, and it's a story about I worked at an engineering firm out of college, and, I didn't understand after I thought it was gonna be my dream job. And after a couple of months, I realized, I didn't understand why other people for my colleagues, it was so easy for them to keep creating, and they loved creating Excel sheets and AutoCAD, and draft AutoCAD. And this whole entire time, I didn't realize I had an intuitive and emotional intelligence. And so I was trying to fit an intuitive emotional intelligence into a linear peg. And if
Wow.
someone, yes, and if somebody at that point in my transformation would have told me at that job, Jean, along the way, you're collecting pebbles. These are going to be collection pieces or mirages of your journey along the way. I wouldn't have had those feelings of, oh, I feel stuck. I don't belong here, is what most people have when they feel like they're stuck. And I would have realized that I was just picking up pieces along this journey. So my purpose is to help women realize that they are not stuck, that they are reorganizing. And so that's my purpose.
Thanks for sharing. What's the big plan for 2026 in terms of to help forward this vivid vision that you have?
So my plan is to connect with more women and to help more women through this process. I'd like to see more women know what their purpose is instead of
Mm,
staying in more of the I think mainstream now is hustle culture is what they call it instead of hustling. That would probably be kind of what my goals are for this year. Connect with more people and make them realize that they don't have to hustle, they don't have to overthink. That there's a place for everybody, so that everybody has their purpose.
brilliant. What's the big block for you? Like, I guess we all have something stopping us. Like, we all have that voice. What's that voice for you saying, you know, John, who do you think you are? Like, what's that? Yeah, what's it for you?
That voice is probably I would say knowing, because I've learned throughout this whole process of how to hold energy for my clients. That voice is probably regulating my own nervous system,
Okay.
um, because I've always valued coherence and alignment.
Hmm.
And so when we focus on that over speed and try to be in alignment with growth with that, um, I think that's going to be, you know, where I'm going to have a little bit of um not trouble, but just trying to regulate that in expansion this year so that I can hold that energy for my clients.
And thanks for laying into that, to speak of expansion and really helping people to grow.
Yeah. Um I feel really privileged and honored to do this because I feel like I had to struggle the struggle kind of story my entire life of my own
Hmm.
transformations. And when you've been through something, it's just um a privilege to get to help other people so they don't really have to go through some of the same things that you went through.
I think it's 100%. It's if we've got the gift, and also you're a very skilled guide and you're a very skilled teacher, Jean. And I think that's what's missing in today's world. I think we've moved from the stage of vertical leadership. It's like, hey, I'm here and you're here. Here's the gap. We're now on the plane of horizontal leadership where it's getting side by side with the prospect. Like, we're not trying to create the guru status, like, we're getting in proximity. And I think that's where your brilliant coaching skills come in, Jean.
Thank you. I do too. I think the whole world and is kind of moving that way. And when you said linear, I think this entire, over the last couple of decades, we've always praised linear thinkers. And so I think a lot of women, especially women, and I don't know the statistics, but I know women in general are more intuitive than men. And I think it's the way our brains are kind of made. And so I think we've suppressed, especially in school, at least in my experience, we've suppressed kind of intuitive intelligence. And so I feel like that, especially through sales and mindset, is now being honored. And so that and energetics, because people don't want to be pushed when they see a leader. They actually want to mirror who who they're becoming. And so when you don't sell through tactics or you don't sell through more strategies and you meet that person where they are, I always say, I don't chase, I attract. And so through that feeling or emotion, your clients or whenever you're in the leadership, position, whether you're speaking or wherever you are, people are going to feel those emotions. And so I think that's exactly where we're heading into.
Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm reading a book at the moment. Probably heard of the book Let Them by
Oh, Mel
Mel.
Robbins for sure.
Yeah. Have you read that book? Have you read it?
It's funny? I actually sent it to my mom for a Christmas present. And so
Wow.
as soon as she's finishing it, I'm like, "Ooh, we can, double dip." Right after she finishes it, I'm going to read it as well.
Yeah, I think the universe is so kind. I mean, I was trying to order it in the UK, but I was not able to order it alone. I had to get a bundle, and I walked into my local store in London, and it was right in front of me in the green. And I thought,
Uh-huh.
okay, how distinctive is that book? And um, yeah, my main take from that book is to really focus on meeting people where they are and not wishing people to be different, which I think I was very guilty of. So it's just, yeah, the awareness that people will be who they be, and we can't we can't change them. With yourself, what have you read recently, and what golden nugget have you taken that you can share with us today?
What really book stood out to me, and I think it's because I'll say two. How about two?
Yeah,
The Alchemist, because that's more of an intuitive, purpose led. Have you read The Alchemist before?
I've not read it actually. I mean, yeah,
Oh, that is a heartfelt, intuitive, journey led about finding about a young boy who finds his purpose. And
okay,
so, he's mirroring the universe with his journey. And I'm not going to give away the end of it,
no,
but
thank you. Yeah,
yeah, that is definitely one. We'll have to connect after this, and I want to know what you think about it.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
the other one, have you read The Science of Getting Rich?
Oh my god, let's jam out on that. Let's jam
Oh
out
my
on.
God.
Sorry. Like, I think this is what we'll do. You give me your two favorite chapters, then I'll give you my two favorite chapters. You go first.
So I think this one's been it's been like 4 months since I've read it, and so I read so many. That one really stood out to me, though. So that's why we're going to talk about that one. I think it was honestly it was the first chapter because I had no idea, and since then I'm also trying to lead more of a soul led business, and so this one really really opened my eyes to the thought of, and I forgot that line that he says, but it was so good. It's like you're the thought of the universe. And so God is in every thought. It's like evolution, right? So it's like if God is the source of of evolution of the universe, he's in us. He's in everything, he's in the thought. And that just literally I was like, there was this huge shift when I read that sentence. I was like, oh my God, he's in he's in every thought. That was the pickup for me.
Amazing. Um, I think people have got the book the wrong way round. I think people have taken the secret in the wrong way as well. Because yes, I do believe thoughts become things, but my favorite chapter in the book is acting in a certain way. Because the key word is acting. You need action
Yeah.
to bring things. And I think the quote goes something like that. With thought, the thing comes to you. With action, you receive it. And so it kind of goes against the whole element of, yes, just thoughts become things and flow and manifestation. Yes, there might not be hard work, but there is work.
Absolutely.
There is work. And so I think that's where lots of manifestors might get it wrong. Hey, yeah, flow, manifestation. But it's like, hey, we have to, take aligned action for the things
Yeah.
to be done. So yeah, great book. Um,
That
yeah.
was a great point that you just stated as well. Yeah. But it opened up, like, the evolution is in the trees and the thought, and, it just what a both concepts are just it was such an eye opener for me.
Yeah, and the great thing about that book is that, often it can be consumed in 2 hours. So sometimes when I've got my son, I might just pull it on and then listen to the book 2 hours, and it's a good listen for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Let them know. Yeah, let them know how they can get in contact with you and, who specifically you're looking to serve and connect with.
So I have a big social media presence right now on Facebook. You can connect with me at Jeanné Tomasak. Send me a DM, or you can, via email, connect with me there at JDT Marketing Solutions with an S at gmail.com. And, I would love to serve. It could be anybody from their late 30s to really 60-year-olds in midlife. And, if you're involved in a career change, or you're navigating a career change, a divorce, an athlete, um, empty nesters, or in the middle of navigating retirement, and trying to figure out who you're becoming, I would love to help you through this journey.
Amazing. John, thank you for connecting today. It's been very insightful. She leads, she sells. We're over and out.
Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it.